Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking Android box. It is called D6 MAX and it's done by a company called Digibox. If you are going to watch this on YouTube, this is going to be YouTube friendly. So if you want to watch the full review, link's going to be available at the bottom of this video. This way you can view everything that is covered in this box. Now this box comes with a gigabit Ethernet. It does indicate that this is 8K, 4GB of DDR RAM, which is lower powered, and 64 gig internal storage. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this user manual. You can see all the packaging that we're going to cover is written right in the front. Once you go to it, the connection interface, which we will show you also, installation steps. Now going to the other side, it just shows exactly how you will be able to connect this so that way you can play with it. Again, there's a router and this is the box. Next part is going to be screencasting. Also how you will be able to see more, and they explain everything to you, that what it really means about the OS. Also 6K. Everything has been written here so you can read it. And then going to the next part will be warranty case. You can fill this up and keep. Make sure you don't lose it. Now it does come with a nice Bluetooth remote. This way you also have voice control with this. And once you take it out, you do have the power. And then you also have a little part that you can control your IR TV. There's two color buttons. You have a menu button, navigation with the OK in the middle. You also have settings. And then you have volume up and volume down, return key. There's the mic button. We will test it out. Home button and then delete button. There's numeric buttons in the bottom. Also you have a mute button and the static mouse button. There is also a little sign for the app itself or for the box itself. Going to the back, there's nothing here. There's the IR. You can open this and here where the batteries sit. Now it does also come with a nice power adapter, which is 5 volt, 2 amps. It is created for Canada, United States. And this part is USB Type-C, so you can connect to the box to power it up. Very nice and easy. That way if you do misplace your power, you can use your phone charger. Also there is an HDMI cable. And here is the best part, is the actual box itself. It's sitting inside of a little plastic so it doesn't get scratched up. But this is how it really looks. I really like that little design that they have placed. You can see the little cuts around it. I really like how this has been designed really. So going on the top you have their logo, really nicely written. And then when you go to the front part of it, you have their model number. Also you have a little LCD in the front so you can see when you turn it on. You do have the little power button. Yes, you can click it. Going on one side of it, you have a micro SD connection. You have 2 USB 2.0 ports. Going to the back, you have another USB port here, and then there's one more, so there's 4 USB ports. You also have an AV connection, you have a LAN connection, also you have an HDMI connection, optical audio connection, so you can connect it to your stereo system, and then the power, which is USB Type-C. Going on this side, there's nothing, but once you flip it in the bottom, I really like that little design that they brought these sides up. And then you have a lot of holes for ventilation. There is a little sticker that will tell you what model it is, how much RAM it has, how much ROM, which is the internal storage, also the input and output, just in case if you ever needed it, where it's made. But there's no FCC. That I see that they have wrote FCC, but I don't see a number there. But there is little rubber legs, so that way when you put it on the ground and you want to move it back and forth, it doesn't move back. That means is if you have a heavier cable connected in the back, it's not going to pull. I really like that, how this has been done. Let's go next and connect this to the TV to see what we get. And for CEC purposes, we will connect the HDMI first. And this is the wire that they sent me with this box. So when you're ordering, it should be part of it. And if it doesn't, you can ask them. And then the power itself, which is USB Type-C, we will connect that. And in the front, it will tell you it's booting up, which is a really cool thing to know. So as soon as you turn it on, this is the first thing that you're going to see as their logo. And here you go, this is the main animation as soon as it goes through, so you can see I really like how they have really managed to make it look like we're just going through a beam of light. This is what you should see on the main screen. Yes, really nice looking background. Then at the bottom, you have a bunch of ad icons. But let's go from the top and we can see it is Air Mouse Remote, by the way. So we do have the little Earth icon. We can click on it and you can see it says browser. Then you do have one for support or can contact them. You can select contact and that way you can get help. They do have internet speed. Also, you have some help. And there you go. It says self-starting management. Also, you can quick launch. Also, Bluetooth. And then you can clear memory in the back. Also, you have Wi-Fi if you have to change it or you want to double check to make sure you're connected. And then remote control, you can do that too. And this is how it's really set up. You also have the date and time on the top. But over here, you can add different apps, whatever's available. These are all the default ones. I didn't add anything yet, so we can test and we will process that in a couple of seconds. But for the meantime, you can add in remove apps. So you can go here. As an example, I want to add the browser. Click over here and then we can press back and it's added. Now, if you want to get rid of it, if you hold for a couple of seconds, yes, you will go back, uncheck it, and then press back and it's gone. This is how easy it is to process. Now, changing background and everything, we will get to it. There are little things around it that I will be blocking, which has IP address and also the MAC address in the bottom. We will block that in total. And over here, you also have apps. We click on it. It takes you automatically to apps, which is default. Now we're going to install different apps into it. If you are going to watch the full version, I am sure you're going to enjoy it way more because all of the apps going to be covered. That is part of this box, except the something like this one, and there's going to be a few more which we're not going to even install. All right, good enough. Let's just go next. The first app we're going to try will be YouTube. Now, as you can see, by default this is 1080p. When you click on it, this is the maximum it shows, but it can be that just this video is 1080p. Let's go to another one. And now when you're trying to play with 4K video, it doesn't really play 4K on this one. So if I have to go to this one, I'm just trying one by one. Now, since it doesn't play 4K, we will go back to this one. I know it says 4K, but you can see that automatically quickly will come up. And no, you cannot change it to higher resolution. You can go down to 720p or 480p, but that's about it for here. Now, as you can see, it shows all of the information that we're looking for at the meantime, which does show that this is 1080p. There's 0 frame drops, and you can see that it is using ABC1 and also OPOS in order to get this picture running. But it looks like this OS2 needs some little tweaking to make it better. But for the meantime, this does work on YouTube, but only on 1080p. And that's about it. The next thing we will be testing will be Geekbench. Now, we have already processed this. So when we go history, and this way we can see that we already run it. And for single core, we got 113, and for multi-core, we got 399, which is really good. Again, it's running OS 12. So this looks really promising. The next thing we will launch will be AIDA64 or AIDA64. Now, as soon as you bring it up, you can see that the name says Google Pixel. Now, this is under system. And then the device code name says Blue Line. Now, going down, you also have the device type, which is TV. But now you keep going down, you're going to see the RAM, which is 4 GB of lower powered DDR4, which is really good again. This is how much is available, how much has been used, and how much is available. Internal storage on this is 64 GB. You can see there's 51.68 available. Now, that saying is how this has been set up. Remember that you need some space for recovery. Just something happens, you got a factory reset. It will install the software back, and on top of that, any apps that you installed on top, that also going to take space. So this is how much is available. Now, Bluetooth on this, it says 5.0, which is really good. This is what we always want to see. Now, when you go to CPU, it is all winner H313 and 616. Now, going next, so this is a quad-core processor running on A53 on 1512 megahertz. Now, going down, you can see the cores. There are 4 cores, the ones that are running and sleeping. The CPU utilization is there too. Now going under display that this is 1080p as native resolution. Also a GPU is Mali G31, which is 60 Hz per second. OpenGL is 3.2, which means is that your game's going to run really smoothly. 5G network is compatible. Now going down under device, you can see everything there too. So all the temperatures are going to say it is not reaching 70, so you're safe. Now going under codecs is something that everybody's always asking for. So all of the codecs that you're going to ask are going to be here. Remember, this is the all-winner chipset, so it does have all of the codecs that will do your job for your streaming perfectly. Also to bring the proper color for you perfectly, and that is about it. The next thing we will go to will be VLC. Now we are going into a network-based player, not USB. And here you go. So the first thing we're going to launch and play will be the 1080p video. Now it takes a couple of seconds for it to get it, and once you have it, then it plays it for you perfectly. And yes, you do have sound. The sound is proper on it too. I'm just going to bring down the volume so I can hear my own voice. And there's no stop to it. You can see that it is very nice and smooth. Now I will get out of this and we will go into the regular 4K video. Now this one is the 10-bit video. So the 10-bit video using the actual VLC player does not play. So there is an issue with the box itself when you're processing that. But if you have your own 4K video, it takes a couple of seconds and it will play, but there's going to be a little delay first. Once it gets it from the network, then it will play. You can see everything is running really nicely. You can see those fans all the way at the back, and there's birds going to fly. So everything on the big map on this video do work. When I say map, is more like gaming, so if you have better refresh rate and everything will work a lot better, and this box does the job for you properly with a little delay on the start, but it does work for you perfectly. Only problem is that the 4K and 10-bit does not work on this box. The next thing we will process will be the speed test. And here you go. So as you can see, the first time that we tried was Wi-Fi and my download rate was 373. You can see the arc that goes up and down, and we have 1 gigabyte of connection with 30 megabits of upload. You can see that I'm exceeding it, and then it stays still and goes all the way through. My ping is only 24, which is a really cool thing. Now when we did it for a second time, again we got 366 for my download. You can see the jumping up and down, and my upload rate was only on 30, which is really good again. And then my ping is still on 22, which is not bad. Now when we went to LAN connection, for very first time we got 738, and you can see the arc that is going up and down, and then my upload rate stayed the same, which is really good, and my ping went down, which is only 15. Now when we did it for last time, we got 726, so it went down a little bit, and then my upload rate stayed the same as 31, and you can see the arc that went up and then it stayed still all the way through. My ping went just one number up, which is okay. Now this is a really good connection using this box into the internet. Again, it really shows that they have work on their internet speed for Wi-Fi and LAN, so that part is a plus sign for this box. Now overall, this is a really cool box. Again, it is set up for not only American but also even Chinese, and this will really work for you. This is a big name when it comes to Asia, and except that link is going to be available at the bottom of this video. I hope you guys like this video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.